Okay, so picture this. You've just finished a super healthy, iron-rich meal. Maybe some beans, a big spinach salad. You're feeling pretty good about yourself. And now, to just chill out and relax, you make a nice, warm cup of tea. Feels like the perfect healthy habit, right? Well, what if I told you that that simple cup of tea might be staging a secret heist, robbing your body of the very nutrients you just ate? So, is this daily ritual actually good for you, or is it kind of sabotaging your efforts? Believe it or not, right now, inside your digestive system, there's this really fascinating biochemical drama playing out. And that cup of tea, it's not just sitting on the sidelines, it's one of the main characters. So, let's pull back the curtain and see what's really going on in there. Welcome to Life in Molecules. This is the show where we take all that complicated biochemistry stuff and break it down into simple, clear explanations that you can actually understand and use in your real life. Today, we are on the case of the nutrient-stealing tea. All right, first things first. To really get what's happening, we need to understand the treasure that's being stolen. We got to talk about the hero of our story, iron. See, your body is on this constant mission to get enough of it, and for a really, really important reason. Iron is, without a doubt, an essential nutrient. But why? Well, it's the main ingredient your body uses to make something called hemoglobin. Now, think of hemoglobin as like millions of tiny little oxygen taxis driving around in your blood. Their whole job, their critical mission, is to pick up oxygen from your lungs and drop it off to every single part of your body. Your brain, your muscles, you name it. No iron means no hemoglobin. And no hemoglobin means those oxygen taxis are just stuck in the garage. That's actually why not having enough iron can make you feel so tired and weak. Your body is literally running low on oxygen. Now, here's where it gets interesting. Not all iron is the same. I mean, chemically, yeah. But when it comes to how our body absorbs it, it's like we're dealing with two totally different characters. And this is where our story gets a little tricky. So, on one side, you've got heme iron. This is the stuff you get from animal sources, meat, fish, poultry. Your body loves this stuff. It's super easy to absorb. It's like it has a VIP pass to get inside. But then, on the other side, we have non-heme iron. This is the iron you find in all those awesome plants, like beans, lentils, and spinach. And this one, well, it's a bit more of a diva. Its absorption is way more sensitive to what you eat with it, which is a huge deal, especially if you're a vegetarian or vegan. Okay, so here's the little biochemical puzzle. Non-heme iron, when you eat it, is in a state that scientists call Fe3+. But here's the thing. Your body has this really specific door for letting iron in, and Fe3+ doesn't have the right key. For your body to actually use it, it needs a chemical makeover. It has to be changed into Fe2+. It's kind of like it needs a quick costume change before it's allowed into the big party in your bloodstream. So, just as our non-heme iron is getting ready for its big transformation, a villain sweeps onto the scene ready to stop it in its tracks. Let's talk about the tannin trap. So, what in the world are tannins? Well, they're these natural compounds found in a ton of plants, but they're especially packed into tea. And chemically, they're incredibly sticky. You can think of them like molecular Velcro. They have all these little chemical arms that are just perfect for grabbing onto other molecules. And their absolute favorite thing to grab, you guessed it, are non-heme iron right when it's most vulnerable. Let's walk through exactly how this trap works. So you drink your tea with or right after your meal. The tannins from the tea cruise down into your digestive system, where all your food is being broken down. They spot that non-heme iron just waiting to get its costume change. But before it can, the tannins swoop in and just latch on, forming this bulky little package called an iron-tannin complex. And this new thing? It's way too big and chemically locked out for your body to absorb. And that's the real kicker here. The iron is there. You ate it. It's floating around in your gut. But because the tannins have basically put it in handcuffs, your body just can't get to it. The oxygen taxis are all ready to go, but the keys are locked in a box, so that precious iron just passes right through your system, totally wasted. Okay, but hold on. Don't throw out your tea just yet, because every good story needs a twist, right? In this biochemical drama, we have a surprising hero who can swoop in and save the day for our iron. And that hero is vitamin C. Yup, good old vitamin C. It acts like the perfect sidekick for our iron. It rushes in and helps with that super important costume change, quickly converting iron from that useless Fe3+ form into the super absorbable Fe2+ form. It basically gets our iron ready for the party and shoves it through the door before the tannin villains can even get to it. So what you've got going on in your gut after a meal is this invisible molecular tug of war. On one side, you have the tannins from tea yanking on the iron, trying to block it. And on the other side, you've got vitamin C yanking on the iron, trying to boost its absorption. Who wins this game? Well, it all depends on what you eat, and this is the important part, when you eat it. This brings us to the best part, the strategy. Now that we know who the players are, we can come up with a super simple game plan to make sure our body wins and gets the iron it needs. And really, it all just comes down to timing. So, does all this mean tea is bad for you? No way, not at all. Tea has tons of its own health benefits, like antioxidants and all that good stuff. The secret isn't about what you're having, it's about when you're having it. With just a tiny tweak to your routine, you can have your tea and absorb your iron too. Okay, here it is. Your super simple, totally doable game plan. First, when you eat those iron-rich plant foods, always try to pair them with some vitamin C. Squeeze some lemon over your greens, add some bell peppers to your meal, have a side of broccoli. Give that iron its hero sidekick. And second, this is the real game changer. Just create a little buffer zone. Wait at least an hour after your meal before you enjoy that cup of tea. That little delay gives your body a head start to absorb the iron before the tannins show up. And this is why understanding a bit of biochemistry is so cool and so powerful. Your body isn't just a bucket you pour food into. It's this incredibly complex chemical factory that's constantly running reactions that decide what gets used and what gets thrown away. A simple choice, like when you drink your tea, can totally change the outcome and ultimately how you feel. So the big takeaway here is that these kinds of hidden interactions are happening all the time with everything we eat. It really makes you wonder, doesn't it? What other food pairings out there are secretly helping you or hurting you every single day? Was this new to you? Did this kind of blow your mind a little bit? I'd love to know what you think. Let us know down in the comments. And hey, if you had fun geeking out on biochemistry with us and you want to learn more about the amazing stuff happening inside our bodies, please do us a huge favor. Like this explainer, share it with a friend who loves tea, and of course, make sure you subscribe and follow so you don't miss what we break down next. Seriously though, every single like and follow makes a huge difference and helps us make more of these explainers for you. So if you found this helpful, please take a second and hit those buttons. Thanks for hanging out, and we'll see you in the next one.